Robert Hunter, also known as Nitro, is a human mutant. He has been affiliated with the Defenders and Hardcore's Untouchables. His abilities include immense self-detonation, after which he exists as a diffused gaseous form, and the ability to reform at will. Nitro is infamous for playing a part in the death of the Kree known as Mar-Vell. He is also best known for being part of the Sokovia Act incident that initiated what's known as the Civil War crisis.
Robert Hunter was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania. He was an electrical engineer, and due to genetic alteration carried out on him by the Kree Lunatic Legion, Robert gained the ability to explode and reform himself at will, and became a professional criminal.
Sometime later, he exposed Captain Marvel to a carcinogenic nerve gas. This encounter ultimately caused Captain Marvel's fatal cancer. Since then, he has clashed with Earth's superhumans, who have found creative ways to defeat him, including using the fractioning, or separation, of his exploded mass against him. Essentially, if he can't reform himself after an explosion, he can't explode again.
Nitro later battled and was defeated by Omega the Unknown. He later escaped from Project Pegasus and then battled and was defeated by Spider-Man.
Nitro was later freed from his containment canister by the Vulture in Albany, New York. He battled Skids of the New Mutants and was unable to reform his body within Skid's force field.
He was then recruited by Thanos to serve him in a mission alongside several other supercriminals, including Rhino, Super Skrull, and Titanium Man. And when the mission ended with the Silver Surfer rescuing the Earth-based criminals, Nitro decided to take a spacecraft and explore space.
Much later, when the Kingpin was plotting his return to the New York underworld, he hired Nitro as one of many assassins to launch a carefully planned simultaneous attack on several New York crime bosses, including Don Fortunato, Hammerhead, Caesar Cicero, Silvermane, among many others. Nitro's target was Norman Osborn, who emerged relatively unscathed. Later, he was hired to kill Tony Stark.
Iron Man, whose sensors and telecommunications gear had been recently upgraded, noticed that every time he exploded, a high-frequency pulse was emitted by his body. Experimenting, Iron Man duplicated the pulse, causing Nitro to explode.
After he exploded several times in a minute, he passed out from exhaustion. Presumably, it takes energy to explode, and he could only spare so much before he passed out. Iron Man handed him over to S.H.I.E.L.D., along with a recommendation on constructing a null harness. He was sent to prison.
On another occasion, when Nitro's lawyer had him released from captivity, the criminal immediately escaped, attempting to rob a bank for money to travel to San Francisco to kill Captain Marvel. He was opposed by Spider-Man, who defeated Nitro by webbing a barrel of tear gas to his body right before he exploded.
As Nitro reformed, the suddenly evaporated tear gas mixed with his own molecules, leaving him violently ill and unable to fight back. Again, Nitro was arrested and sent to jail.
Later, Nitro is hired as a hitman to kill Matt Murdock. He almost succeeds, killing several innocent people.
Daredevil intervenes, along with the police, to work together to capture him. During this Sokovia Act incident, the New Warriors performed a videotaped raid of a house containing the Cobalt Man, Speed Freak, Coldheart, and Nitro, who had recently escaped from prison during the Rikers Island incident.
The New Warriors attacked each member with Namorita, the submariner's cousin, going after Nitro. Slamming him into a school bus, Namorita apparently taunted Nitro, who then explodes, causing a massive explosion, killing Namorita, Night Thrasher, Microbe, and the supercriminals he was with during the raid, along with 60 children at the nearby elementary school and approximately 600 people in the surrounding neighborhood of Stamford, Connecticut.
Nitro escaped, and Wolverine soon began hunting him. Eventually, Wolverine and a group of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents caught up with Nitro. The agents perished in the battle.
Atlantean agents show up and capture Nitro for Namor, and Wolverine follows them to New Pangaea in an Iron Man armor to find Nitro has killed his interrogators in an attempt to escape. Wolverine captures Nitro and slices off his arm before leaving Nitro as prisoner of Atlantis.
Namor used Nitro in the destruction of New Pangaea after moving his civilization to Latveria, a nation ruled by Dr. Doom. Nitro was held prisoner in Latveria until Penance brought him back to America after forcing him to suffer for the Stamford explosion, leaving him in critical condition and close to death.
Nitro later popped up as a member of Hood's crime syndicate when they stole a treasure from an Arabic diplomat, and then had a celebration party where the Hood shows them he's the leader. Nitro later appeared at a party in Madripoor that was held by Sabretooth.
Nitro was among the criminals that fought Spider-Man on a submarine. Nitro was an inmate of Pleasant Hill, a gated community established by S.H.I.E.L.D.
Later, Nitro was recruited by Baron Helmut Zemo to join the Army of Evil. Nitro is among the criminals on a rampage after the escape from Pleasant Hill.
During one of his last known altercations with the Defenders, Nitro defeated them by exploding. As a result of genetic re-engineering by the Kree, Nitro can transform his body into a gaseous state and explode with a maximum force equivalent to 350 pounds of TNT, which can, however, be multiplied under influence of MGH, and then reconstitute himself.
He can also explode discrete portions of his body. For instance, he can channel his explosive power to his hands in the act of punching, thereby delivering a great impact force equal to 10 pounds of TNT. He can use his superhuman power to explode in a particular direction, reassembling himself when his particles lose forward momentum, and repeating the process as necessary.
While in his gaseous state, he cannot reform if any fraction of his body is separated from the rest, and he must completely reform his body from a gaseous state before he can detonate a second time. He does not possess any enhanced self-healing capabilities outside of reassembling after an explosion, as discovered when Wolverine cut off his hand.